Hello everybody, welcome back to Tundra Missionary. I am Zach, and I am back with another video. And today I decided I'm going to review an album that I've been listening to recently. It is from the progressive rock band Genesis. This is Foxtrot. Now this album has 6 tracks. It is 51 minutes long. It was made in 1972. And like I said, the genre is progressive rock. And during the recordings of this album, the band is going through their 7th lineup here. They've had a lot of band member changes over the years. But with this particular album, we've got Peter Gabriel as the lead vocalist, and he also plays the flute and the tambourine throughout the album as well. We've got Tony Banks, who does the organ, the piano, and the mellotron. We've got Steve Hackett, who does the electric guitar, the nylon guitar, and the 12-string guitar. And then Michael Rutherford, who plays the bass and the cello. And then, of course, we've got Phil Collins with the drums and percussion. And as you all well know, or Genesis fans I would assume, would know that Phil Collins later becomes the lead vocalist for the band later in their discography. So, I figured we would go through this album, track by track, and express my opinions on it. So we start off with Watcher of the Skies here, who gives me a lot of sci-fi vibes with the lyrics and the instrumentation on it. The first 2 minutes of it is purely instrumental, and then we start getting Peter Gabriel's vocals. And it's a very sort of dreamy but somewhat peppy track to start off the album. Definitely took listens for me to appreciate, which comes with most of the songs on this album. When I first listened to this album, it takes a lot to grow on you, and I didn't really fancy it too much, but now I'm really into it. The second track here, Timetable, I think this track is pretty underappreciated. It's one of the shorter songs on here, just a little under 5 minutes, but it's really a very beautiful song. There's some great piano work in here, and I really do enjoy it. It's definitely worth a listen if you want to if you can spare like 4.5 minutes. You know, it's not that bad. And then the third track here, Get 'Em Up by Friday. This one is sounds kind of like a play. Peter Gabriel changes his vocals for different characters in the song, which is kind of interesting. It's a story about landlord problems, which apparently he had experience with in the past. So, kind of an odd song, but definitely an interesting listen. The next song, we got Can Utility and the Coastliners, which is the name of the track, actually. And this is another kind of weird track. It starts like a ballad in the beginning, and then we got these weird instrumentals throughout the middle part of the track. That's actually strangely catchy. And then we've got Peter Gabriel's vocals at the end, and it's a lot more upbeat. So that one's definitely worth listening to. And then we've got an instrumental track here, Horizons, which follows, which is a nice acoustic guitar. A lot of progressive bands, especially Yes, seems to have those instrumental acoustic tracks throughout the album, and this is no different here with Horizons. And it serves as somewhat of an intro track to Supper's Ready, which is the behemoth song here. We've got it clocking in around 23 minutes. This song is massive. It's got 7 different parts within the song. They've got the names of them in the booklet. I don't feel like pulling the booklet out. I don't remember all the names to the parts of Supper's Ready, but definitely a great song. There's so much going in here. The first part is acoustic mainly. Some beautiful vocals by Peter Gabriel, and then we get into the main chorus of the song, which the main chorus is only repeated twice throughout the song, but it kind of helps make the whole song one cohesive piece, because sometimes throughout the song you forget that you're listening to the same song because there's a bunch of different sections within the song. And then there's a really interesting middle section to the song that I really like, which has some really catchy vocals, and you've got all kinds of different instruments playing in there. Like I said, these guys are playing mellotron, tambourine, flute, cello. There's a lot going on here. And there's also a semi-final version of the song, semi-final part of the song, where there's like beating guitar, incessant beating guitar in the background, and it really sets the mood for like the big finales coming up, which is a really, really cool one. I do like that part of the song. And then, of course, at the end, like I said, we get another main chorus section, and then we've got a really amazing outro, which unfortunately only lasts for a minute, and then it fades out, concluding the song. But sometimes when I'm listening to it, I wish they would have just stretched it out for at least another minute or so, because it's a very good outro. So, so yeah, a lot of times it's hard to put into words how this album is. It's definitely, like I said, it takes some getting used to, and takes a couple listens to get into, but I think it was definitely worth it. I'm really into it. So, there you have it, Genesis Foxtrot. So, yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.